Someone recently asked me what 6 TTRPGs I'd recommend for becoming a well-rounded player or GM. I'm interpreting this as not these are the 6 most influential and popular TTRPGs, but the ones that are going to introduce you to a wide array of playstyles and mechanics and show you how to play into them on either side of the screen. First up, Lancer. This is a game that really rewards tactical thinking and thinking about your build, which is a big part of a lot of TTRPGs. And yet at the same time, it's not so crunchy that it's going to be impossible to get your foot in the door. And with that, we are leaping off the combat grid to the exact opposite end of the spectrum with Blades in the Dark. The tone. We serve the tone. This game commits to its bit hard, and it blurs the line between player and GM. It demonstrates better than any other game how you can use mechanics to reinforce a particular tone and vibe. It's also a Powered by the Apocalypse spin-off, so all you PBTA fans legally cannot get mad at me for not mentioning your system. Next up, Call of Cthulhu. This game is an unfeeling engine fueled by character sheets and sanity points. It perfectly demonstrates the out-of-the-frying-pan into-the-fire feedback loop and shows how your character's descent and destruction can be just as satisfying as their ascent and empowerment. Of course, it's important to represent the roots of TTRPGs, dungeon crawling and fighting monsters, and so, Dragonbane. This game manages to make the survival horror vibe of surviving in a dungeon really fun and central to the experience without feeling tacked on, and its monsters are incredibly fun and satisfying to fight. Moving once again to the other end of the spectrum, to understand social play, we've got Vampire the Masquerade. This is a trifecta of social, personal, and political horror, and the mechanics are optimized for that. If you are having trouble figuring out how to play a character's internal struggle, don't worry, because Vampire is going to make that struggle external. And finally, rounding out the list, the best investigative system that I've ever played, Hunter the Reckoning. Yes, it's another World of Darkness game. I cannot help that they knocked it out of the park twice. In many TTRPG systems, the main incentives that are baked into the mechanics are concerned with combat. Play this way and you can hit your opponents harder. Hunter manages to have the same level of robust mechanical incentives in the investigative phase, so that learning more about your enemy doesn't just feel like busy work that will eventually be rewarded when combat breaks out. And thank goodness it does that, because it would be really boring otherwise. I really think playing these 6 games makes you a better player, but what do you think of my list? What do you want on there, and what would you take off to make room?